It is the afternoon of October 7th. Let's do an update here on Bitcoin's chart because yesterday we hit the resistance that we highlighted for Bitcoin at $126,000 or so using this rainbow tool here called our trend-based Fibonacci extension tool. And we are currently trying to hold on our first level of support that we have been pointing out to folks at $121,000 over the past week. But this chart's a mess, so let's break it down bit by bit. Now, first of all, the trend-based Fibonacci extension tool shows you where points of resistance are on a chart when you are in price discovery, when you're making new all-time highs, where you don't have previous price action to try to find points of resistance and support. So when you take your trend-based Fibonacci tool, measure the overall arching large bull move that you had from bottom to top and bring this down to the bottom of the correction period you had after that. That will then give you these levels of resistance, which we hit at $126,000 yesterday. That's how we knew that was going to be likely resistance. On top of that, we've been highlighting that on the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin, the relative strength index was setting lower highs here. And this divergence downwards while price was going upwards meant that this bull move from this point onwards was losing momentum and starting to slow down, meaning that when we did hit that resistance, we're likely to get a rejection. And those areas of support at 121,000 and 118,000 are found simply by looking at the tops of this consolidation range and also the tops of these general wicks here, providing general areas of support that are lining up somewhat closely with the 12 and 21-day exponential moving averages as well. I am expecting personally Bitcoin to be caught within this range before continuing higher. Oh, and I do want to point out that despite the selling that we're getting today, this is a pretty aggressive candle so far. The Moxie indicator is still moving to the upside. Despite selling, bullish momentum is still growing on the daily time frame. What also makes this range, 121K to 118K, very strong and obvious support for me is that when you look at the weekly time frame, I mean, the bodies of these candles are lined up almost perfectly with one another around 119K. This should be the range to catch us, but if not, worst case scenario, we could come down to the 12-week EMA at 115K, in my personal opinion. But there's still plenty of room to go to the upside on the stochastic and relative strength index on the weekly time frame before we're in overbought territory on the longer term, more important time frames. Also, the ETFs yesterday for Bitcoin had an amazing day. $1.2 billion of inflows came in for Bitcoin, and for Ethereum, it was $176.6 million of inflows. So during this correction, we'll see some liquidations in the market here that'll make the market some money, but the big payday further down is actually decreasing as each day goes by. The market should go higher, in my personal opinion, from a weekly to monthly time frame. That is the update for the day. Hope you have a good day. Do good things. Be good people. Mega Banjamani.